Well, morning, y'all. It is the 14th of November, 2010, and we're about 41 degrees out here in beautiful sun-filled Colorado. We had our first week of cold weather, or cooler weather. Cold weather is when it gets down to zero overnight. It's down to about 20, so it's not too bad. But I did a walkabout this morning, and pretty much the only thing I still got left is lemon thyme and some oregano, and I just seem not to be able to kill off the collard greens and the lettuce. I shook the snow off the lettuce this morning, and it looks like a couple hours in the sun I ought to bring it right back up. But the collard greens is doing beautiful, so I'm still collard greening. Heard from the sun this week and up in Olympia. I also put a link to his website on the blog, so if anybody gets a chance, go out and visit him if you're up there in Olympia. He does a radio show every Tuesday night, 7:30 Denver time, 6:30 their time. So played a little bit off-key music, kind of individualist. Kind of got me thinking about this week's topic, which is individualism in society. Government hates individuals. Government hates people who can think for themselves. Government hates homeschoolers. Government hates radicals. Government hates just about everybody who don't think like they do. But you know something? Fuck them. Good Lord put you on this world, on this earth to think, and think for yourself. Form your own opinion. Otherwise, that's why he gave you a brain. He didn't expect you to be a little wandering drone. Well, Catholics would love to that whole idea, being a wandering little drone and thinking the way they do. Same thing with the Muslims. They love people who think the way they do and do what they say and not even think about why. Well, that's one of the things we've got to deal with, being who we are, which is an individual. An individual holds himself accountable for his survival and his demise. Collecting food for shelter, it's not the government's responsibility, it's yours. You need to remember that. You need to keep going with that. You're not a failure if you keep trying. Government would like to tell you you're an oddball, you're a weirdo, you're this, you're that. They ain't sending you a check every month. Unless they're on Social Security, your retirement, you earned it, or your pension, you earned it, or you're just permanently disabled, you earned that. But you're an individual, first and foremost. The only person you got to answer to is the Almighty upstairs. And that's what you got to keep remembering. They're going to tell you if you don't do this the way the government says you should. Well, fuck the government. The government don't do the shit for me. But you know something? That's the way it should be. It's an individual. You're an individual. Our forefathers were individuals. They tell you, oh man, they made a big stink about growing marijuana in the house. Well, I don't do it because I got kids around. But George Washington, first president of the United States, grew marijuana. Tom Jefferson grew it. They all grew it. There's nothing wrong with it. All the things in the garden shall ye partake, but in moderation. Don't go overboard. Because that hurts people. Not just the individual, that hurts a lot of people. And you got to keep remembering that. It's like everything else. You want to have a beer or two? That's fine. You want to drink a case a day? That's a problem. But I ain't going to be preaching today, so. My thing is individual. You want, you got to remember that. You and your family are individuals. You're responsible for your family. You're supposed to make sure they got a roof over their head. They got heat. They got air conditioning sometimes. They got food. That's your job. How you go about it, that's your business. You want to go to the front door, buy it on credit? Go ahead. I prefer not to. I think you ought to be able to buy it, be it cash, or find it. But that's up to you. I don't tell anybody to go break the law. I don't believe in it. But that's for things out in politics. Well, the government president took a ride over to India. China's having problems. We're having problems. Everybody's having problems. Well, you know something? I don't think the shit's hit the fan yet. I really don't think it's bottomed. As much as they tell you, I don't think it's bottomed out yet. I think it's going to get a lot worse. And this winter, it can get a lot worse. So be prepared. Follow what Trash says and just keep collecting it up. And get prepared for next spring. My son was telling me the other day he doesn't feel at 28 years old he's a success at anything. You're 28 years old. You're a success. You made it. You made it that far. You got a trade. You've got several trades. You've got something else you can fall back on if shit hits the fan. You can't find a job. The whole means is, whether you got a job or whether you ain't got a job, it's how you're going to survive, and that's what you got to keep remembering. Is my goal in life is to survive, exist, be happy, be profitable, be able to do what's necessary to keep going. That's what you got to do. See the plant up there? That's not even a real plant, but it looks good on the set. So it's pretty. The couch is comfortable. You've gotta be prepared for anything and everything that comes about. You gotta be able to roll with the punches. Life hands you, old wives' tale. If life hands you lemonade, if life hands you lemons, make lemonade. Government shits on you, take the shit and make compost. But always think. Always keep thinking. I don't tell you to get scared and be worried and be it. Just make this whole thing part of your everyday life and keep it going. Because more things change, old wise man once said, more things change, more things stay the same. Our forefathers did it, we can do it. Our kids can do it. Just keep bringing it back. Government tells you you're a freak. They don't like you, they hate you. Well, I learned in elementary school, somebody once told me one of the teachers tell you, too many people like you, you're doing something wrong. They hate you because they don't understand you. They hate you because they want to be like you. They hate you because you're different. And that goes all the way back to what God said when you came out. You came out of your mama, you were different. You're different than your mama, you're different than your daddy, you got a lot of relations with them, but you didn't come out of a factory in China or Japan. You came out of your mama. Of course, be proud to be different. Anyhow, this is Trash saying, have a good Sunday. Hope this helped you, give you a little bit of motivation. Be proud to be an individual, because that's what God intended you to be. Have a good day. Trash out.